what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Unfiltered, the podcast with myself, Abbie Knights, and my co-host, Daja Marie. We have an amazing guest on today, MariahLynnBoss. How you doing? Get a little
I'm
round of applause.
How are you, ladies? Thank you for having me.
We're good. How you doing?
I'm good.
You've been up to a
Speaking of how
lot
you
lately.
doing? Speaking of how we doing, free Wendy.
No, that's right.
Hashtag free Wendy. I will say it's really sad to see what's going on. What are your thoughts on that, Mariah?
I think it's super heartbreaking, and I think that shame on that judge and shame on the conservator for keeping her from her family because I've dealt with addiction in my family. So watching the documentary really hit home for me because as a daughter, I've kind of guided my mother to sobriety. So to
Mm-hmm.
kind of see her family being denied access to show love and support and just be present, it is really, if they don't think that's good for her health, then that's crazy. So
Right.
The way the legal system's set up, but that's a
yeah, and I
topic
mean
for a
that
whole
wouldn't have
nother day.
happened to a white man, like a white woman, to me. To be honest, I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
Listen,
I
I
mean,
think that's the
Brittany.
one thing everybody's thinking too.
That's
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Brittany. That's it. It's more or less. I think it's more or less money,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just trying to steal her money. You know.
Yeah, 40
It's
million of it. That's why I transferred all my funds out of Wells Fargo. Hello, City National.
yeah.
Okay. Like, you're not
Immediately.
gonna get me caught up.
No, that Wendy said in the documentary, she said, if it could happen to me, it could happen to you. Bye, Wells
Right.
Fargo. Next caller.
Right.
Exactly.
Immediately out of there. Describe how your 2024 has kicked off for you so far in like 3 words, Mariah.
$250,000. 3 words.
Okay. Yes. We love
Get
that. Go
ready.
ahead. Go ahead,
Get
girl.
ready, Mariah.
Okay.
The
That's how my
boss.
year started off with some dollar signs, and I'm not mad.
We love that.
Okay.
Catching flights, not feelings, right?
Oh,
Yes.
facts.
That's what's up. So did you always see this as your dream, like being a reality star and being like an international artist? Yeah.
um, I think that reality TV wasn't always like in my mind. I used to watch Love and Hip Hop, and I used to be like, I wouldn't do that because I want to just beat everybody up and go Tasmania's devil. But I think I was a lot younger and a more petulant, ignorant mentality. It's a little different now, but yeah, music was definitely always in the cards for me. I knew I was destined for something greater. And in my life, I've always beat the odds that against me. So I feel like, God just reminds me every day why I'm one of his strongest soldiers.
You better let them
Yeah.
know. I love
But
that.
but you
Thank
still went
you.
Tasmanian devil. All I want to know is Smiley getting her chain back? Because I mean, she took a L.
So I ended up giving the girl her chain back because she did get choked out and all of that stuff, and I think the season kind of spoke for itself with how everything kind of played out and things and people were exposed
Mm-hmm.
down the line, and the reason why I gave the chain back was because you know it was one for my own peace and to stop being stalked because I was literally like she was like on tour with me at this point. And so, I didn't even, have the chain on me. My sister had it. So,
Yeah.
I spoke to my sister, and obviously somebody from Zeus came to me, and they were like, "Listen, just give her chain back. Like, you could live in peace. You could live in peace. You could do this. You could do that." And I was like, I don't really want to give the shit back because when you're a gangster, like you get your chain snatched, you either pay to get it back, that's the street code, or you never get it back, and that's that. But I spoke to my sister, and this is how my sister, like, this is the issue originated from my sister in audition. So I was like, we not bums. Like, this is a $3,500 chain, and I just spent that in Louis probably times three the other day. So I'm gonna just see what it gives. And then I went to Super Bowl, and she kept like blowing and stalking everybody's phone. I mean, Natalie, everybody just blowing up their phone, and she was posting about me. And I'm like, see, I was just gonna give you your chain back, and then you go talking shit. But Smiley is just she loves the clout. We all know that. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
And I just wanted like this. I just wanted to stop being stalked, like
That's
real
Okay.
bad.
But you know what? She's crazy, but she picked the right one because if I was going cloud chase, I would go after the person who already been on Love and Hip Hop. So we
Right,
already know.
and then she's so confused because when I linked up with her to give her the chain back, I gave her the chain. She said her baby father had passed away, and the chain was supposed to be left for her son or some odd shit, whatever. And I was like, okay, I could sympathize with that. But she was like, I just want to be I just want to get money with you and be your friend. And I'm like, yo, sir, I fuck with you. And I'm like, I swear I didn't know that was your sister. I'm like, all right now. Then she like, follow me back. I'm like, all right, you pushing it, Smiley. Like we cool, but I don't know about following. That's why when the internet was like, oh, they're cool now. I'm like, no, this was kind of just like a a peace offering of like, you know what, just leave me alone. You don't seem like you're a bad person. You're just really young and you have your you're misguided because clearly I can see that you know what I'm saying. There's not too much guidance and structure going on over
right.
there, but I do wish her the best, and I don't think she's a bad person. I said that on my live one time, so
Yeah.
I hope that her focus maybe would shift a little bit to more of things that are a priority. But to each his own. It's
I
her
mean,
life. I'm
personal
not
space
gonna
and
judge.
privacy is a big thing too, though. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh, yeah, definitely is. And I'm on a different level now. Like, when I was in my 20s, it was a little bit different where I was with the pulling up and I was with in the 5, 10 cars deep and stuff like that, But I- when I say international superstar, like I'm about to have my first show in London ever
Okay.
in the
go
end
ahead,
of
Mariah. You
April.
just out here just
Yeah.
listen. I'm loving this for
Yes.
you right now. She's like, look, I started my year off with a bag. We international
Yeah.
now. I ain't got
I
time for this little
manifested
drama.
international, so I'm super happy. And that's why,
Yeah.
like I said, I wish that things could have went a little bit different during the season. I think she was very easily like manipulated and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. She blamed a lot on like, oh, production and da da da. And I'm like, girl, no, you're a grown ass woman. Nobody put a gun to your head, a knife to your throat. They didn't say, Smiley, don't give this girl her pendant back till episode 20 so the fans think we're dragging it. She did that. So, I just
Right.
like people to take accountability and move on, move forward. Like, life's too short.
Exactly, girl. It's over with. You should have never ran
Yeah,
up.
touch each his
Now,
own.
do you feel like she was a
Touch each.
baddie for like what she did? What do you feel like a real baddie is?
To me, the definition of a baddie is a all around woman who knows morals, knows respect, takes care of their family. Definitely, I honor my mother in every way possible that I can. Um, take care of their family, takes care of their personal hygiene, goes to the doctors, gets the cootie cat checked, do your annuals, bitches.
That part.
Okay.
Okay.
And, someone who's a boss. Like, I,
Yeah.
I literally have people who depend on me to produce revenue to pay their bills. So to me, that's like a baddie, someone who can take care of not only themselves, but the people around them as well.
I
Yeah.
love
And
that.
knows how to, shake that ass, twerk their little,
Okay.
get to
I
the
know that's
bag.
right.
I was waiting for that part because I was, in the middle of talking about how you started your year and all of that. I mean, I know you're a big party girl. Everybody that I know that's known you says that you're a great time to be around. But if you,
Yeah.
you like, you see it. But if you had to go back into your childhood, right? Because you're living it up right now. You're thriving.
Mhm.
Life is amazing. But if you had to go back into your childhood, what was the dream then? And has it changed from what the dream is now?
So I think the dream was just a little bit different. I mean, I was, recording videos doing like in sync Spice Girls routines and
Okay.
like
I did that
big
too.
fun with my cousins when I went to like my Spanish cousin's house. And yeah, I think that music was always like in it for me because I started out writing poetry. And then, I wanted to be a singer at one point, and I was like, all right, my name's Mariah, but there's no carrying this note coming from my vocal cords. So I'm just gonna be a rapper. Like,
I love
Dope.
that though. So is that where your music journey began?
yes, definitely. I was like 13 trying to do music.
Oh, so if you were 13, that must have been your first like real love, the first official love you had.
Yes, and music is my hero. Like music literally saved my life. Literally. And I think my mother's as well.
I love that. That's
So do
beautiful.
you
Thank
feel
you.
like it was like your greatest accomplishment so far now? Music has been?
Um, I think that music is one of my greatest accomplishments. But I think that my biggest accomplishment, my two biggest accomplishments was is raising my little sister, who now I now have joint custody with my mom with.
Okay.
Um, and my mother having 4 years being clean and sober. So,
That's
So
beautiful. That's
and then my
amazing.
music, because I love my music, but of course, family over everything. And, I'm really proud because I have no children. And at times I was like, oh my God, I'm not a mother, but I'm a mother. What do I do? What do I, like, who do I call? I don't know. I don't have nobody. But lucky my middle sister has always been like a huge support, and I've helped raise my nephew as well. That's who I just had to tell lower the TV because he's
like I'm getting
upset.
this bag.
Yes, girl. So
I really like that for you because I think a lot of people looking at you would probably think that you're just all about the lifestyle and maybe not think that you're
uh,
so family oriented like you are.
no, no. I dread when I spend all that money on Louis bags and stuff. Don't get me wrong, they're real nice, but I think about it and I'm like, I could have just bought my nephew like, maybe like some college years or something,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
certain things. So I
Yeah.
definitely am still humble. I'm in you could catch me in TJ Maxx, you could catch me in Burlington, like I'm still going to those Walmart right up the road from me, so
They got some
I'm
fly
always
stuff in
there.
those stores sometimes though.
Yeah, and then I be in Five Below. I found some cute bathroom decor and Family Dollar. Don't let the money change you, honey. Remember where you
Okay.
came from.
Hey, we still gotta be cheap to keep that coin.
Right.
Uh
Period.
huh. Facts.
So I got a question. Is your sister gonna be I know she was auditioning and that's how you all got into that. Is she gonna be on any of the up and coming seasons, like on maybe Baddies Caribbean?
She could have been, I think. But I don't think it's the right thing for my sister, honestly. I think my sister is too. I think she is doing well with being a single mother right now, being there for my nephew and, all of that. I'd rather her just focus on that than to add, the toxicity and some of the chaotic stuff that comes with it. Me, I'm not new to this. I'm kind of true to this at this point.
Yeah.
Um, so,
It's like I got love and hip hop and baddies. What you mean?
yes, there's definitely a difference. Let's be clear, but I think that my sister always used to say, my sister's the famous one. Like that's not me. And I think after the audition, she was like, "Yeah, I guess you don't just stand there and look pretty all the time. I'm sorry." I'm like, "Yeah."
Okay. So you said there's a difference. What do you feel like the difference in love and hip hop and baddies? Like what's the major difference that you've noticed in the shows?
So, Love and Hip Hop, you're filming for anywhere from 3 to 6 months. So it's spread out and stuff. With Zeus, it's literally like a month and a half straight. You don't
Oh wow.
stop. You see these people every single day. They become your family. Um, Definitely, try to be of help and just make, the whole experience, I think, more comfortable or as comfortable as it could be, because
Yeah.
different people, different folks for different strokes. Like, not everybody has tough skin. You've seen a lot of the girls went home. They couldn't take even watching the fighting. Like, Saya, she was like, I can't take y'all. Like, this is too much. Like.
Yeah.
So I get it. But, it's not for everybody. So people think it's all rainbows and unicorns. Oh, how did you get on baddies? Oh, get me on baddies. I'm like, girl, if you only knew. Like, But the
I,
bag is the bag, and I'm not gonna lie. I thank Love and Hip Hop for helping me to jumpstart, and I love Mona and I love VH1, and they will always be family to me. But I found a new home here at Zeus, and I really like it, and they treat me extremely well. I've had nothing but a professional experience, despite maybe somebody else's. Um,
right.
but you
Okay.
know, all in all, the checks are clearing, the bag is bagging.
And
Yes.
that's all you can really hope for at the end of the day.
Yes, I'm trying to buy a house this year, girl. Have me some babies.
I
Oh,
know
you on
that's
the
right.
baby kick too?
I'm trying, like maybe a year or two. I just need to make sure that I hit the million mark or something, because
But
my
you
kid
already a
can't be
quarter
a
of the way
rapper.
there. And it's not
That's not
even,
an
Right.
March
option.
isn't over.
It ain't over.
It ain't
Period.
over.
You said 250
So,
was in the bag already, so I'm just saying.
Oh
so if
yeah,
we
more than
expecting
250 been in the
babies in the
bag.
next year, who's the love interest?
Well, right now, I've been with the same person, on and off for almost 4 years in October. I think that, there's a lot that comes with having someone who's in the industry, especially when the roles are reversed. I feel like when it's a man and it's like, oh, they're in the industry and all these girls are throwing themselves out of them, like, we tend to go crazy, but men don't really deal with like feelings and emotions. I've like kind of learned they tend to like shut, well, they do, but they don't want to tell you they do, so they shut
That
down
part.
and
Okay.
they act like they're emotionally unavailable when really inside they feel some type of way, and then boom, here it comes, all these months later, you smiling at that DJ a little too much, and I'm like, girl, I just said, can you play my record?
I'm
So I
networking.
think
I'm trying to work. Like what's
it
Oh
is
shoot!
hard. It is hard, and nothing worth having is easy, anyways, right? So
true.
we're kind of just working it and seeing where it goes, and if this is what either of us want, because it may or may
Mhm.
not be, and
Do
I'm
do you
open
think
to.
he's
I
the
think
one?
at this point I'm open. I love him very much, and I do think that he has potential, and
Hmm.
I'm most comfortable with him, but because I know he loves me for me and not this whole, you know, international superstar thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's
you
claim it. Let's
know,
remind the people.
I'd be like, "Can
Okay.
you go get me a Gatorade?" He'd be like, "Can you go get me one?" Like, so most of the time men would be like, "Gatorade, what flavor? What kind?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Can you get me one?" Like, I'm a little
Right.
parched too. Like,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're just kind of figuring it out. So,
Well, I love that for
that
you,
works for
girl.
us now.
Yeah. We love that for you. It's a good look.
Yeah. But I know you mentioned like, hey, I'm just giving my music to the DJ. I know you out here grinding. You just dropped a song
Yeah.
called Baddies.
I'm
Um,
actually dropping it. It's not released yet, but I dropped a song. I'm sorry, I dropped two records, No Assist and Wait. Shout out to Sparks, who's one of my
okay.
producers, on one of the beats, and shout out to the other producer for Wait. But I have a new song called Baddies coming, and I'm super excited. We shot the video, in Atlanta, actually,
Okay.
and
I
it
wish I would have
was.
known you were here.
Oh girl,
I
you
could have pulled
I wish
up.
you would I would have known too, because I would have had you come, and I would have had you so drunk, because we were sponsored by Bel Air,
Uh-huh.
and we had so many
Shout out to Bel
bottles.
Air. Okay.
Shout out to Brett and Bel Air. They're amazing. But I'm looking forward to the record, and I think that people are gonna enjoy it, because it's like a not so serious record. Like, I'm talking about all the things people say about me, and you know, all the good stuff, how I'm flexing, and the stuff I really do in my real life, because I don't
Mm-hmm.
rap about shit I don't do.
Right.
Like other people, but
Well, you a real
yeah.
one though, right?
Thank you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, I know you're going to be on Baddies Caribbean. Do you have any like Caribbean inspired music coming out?
Did I say I was gonna be on Baddies Caribbean?
I don't know. I'm reaching.
I don't think I said
I'm
that,
reaching.
Amber.
I'm hoping.
Now,
I watched the show because I'm hoping. So I'm hoping you're going to be on there. But do
okay,
you
so
have
we're
any
just
like
gonna say
Caribbean
this.
inspired?
I have a song with Shatta Wale. He's actually the number one artist in Ghana. I have worked with other international artists, like this. super amazing female artist from Spain. Her name is La Zoe. We have a record called
Hey,
Hold
shout out to
Timer.
Spain.
Yes.
Hey.
Okay. I love La Zoe. She's super dope too. I love her vibe, and the record is super fire. So I love that for us. And I've worked with some Dominican artists, stuff like that. So, you know, I think that, we got some hits coming, not necessarily maybe Caribbean, but if I am on this season, I'm sure I'll be performing some new songs, including Baddies, the new
Okay.
record. So I'm excited, and I'm excited to see if they bring me back or not. I mean, why wouldn't they? If they going international, it wouldn't be nothing without the superstar.
No, that's right. I know that's right. Now, if you do come back, I know that you Zeus is like a family, so I notice you guys still spend time with each other, like y'all still mess with each other or whatever. I know
Mhm.
on the last show you and Suki weren't really seeing eye to eye.
Mhm.
But you both are great artists. Could you see yourself in the future doing a song with Suki?
Suki and I actually have a record with this artist from my town. He
Okay.
had reached out to me and was like, "Listen, I have this super dope song. I don't know else I should put on it, but I hear another female on it." And once I heard the record, I automatically heard Suki on it. I have a really good ear for music, so I was like, "Hey, get Suki on it. Pay her to do." So we ended up doing that. But I would love to do a new record. If it's meant and the vibe is right, I'm with it because I think it was a lot of miscommunications, people lying, trying to stir the pot. You know what I'm saying? Rolly. Um, Switching words out for sneak and scene and, certain things that just was like, and I don't know if y'all noticed, but at the reunion, Suki even said, "Did anybody else hear Mariah say that? Like, did anybody else hear her say that?" And
Yeah.
everybody was looking around like, yeah, no. So, that was that. And then after I had fought ET, like, I was like, "Listen, if we was cool, like when she threw the water, like I definitely would have had your back." And I wish I would have had your back. I wish things would have went a little bit different. But moving forward, you know, hopefully, we can continue to work on a sisterhood, and I will definitely have her back because I think Suki does, have a lot of right ways, like the stuff that she stands on, like I could relate to it, and a lot of the stuff, the ways that she moves, I'd be like, "Oh, that's how I move, like that's a real bitch, like that's a real bitch move."
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're gonna have an interesting time if I do return. If she returns, if hopefully we come back and we stick together because we already been through this shit. So now it's like it's time to let the new bitches fight it out. And if they coming for any of us, we are a sisterhood now. So as y'all can see from auditions, I don't think we're gonna let anybody fuck with each other. Like we're not about this. It's not
Yeah.
gonna be like last season where we're quiet, minding our business, letting everybody get their fades in, and we don't know. No, we know exactly who we are now, who we're tight with, and who we're not, and it's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be interesting. Yes. Well,
What do
I'm
you
glad that you guys you're able to forgive each other and still live with each other, especially if
too?
you're working a month and a half straight like that. That's crazy. I would go crazy just with a bunch of females, anyways. Like it's
Right.
hard.
What do you think
Right. Well, hopefully
is
this season, is minus minus all the seizures and all the theatrics and stuff. We'll, you know, come on. Let's focus on the music, the artistry a little bit more, the sisterhood, the trying to uplift each other and each other's brands. Because I don't know what a lot of I don't know what these new girls what they do, what they bring into the table. Like from auditions, like I was like, okay, all right.
well, yeah, trying to figure out where it's going to go. I was going to ask you, what do you think is the best way to deal with somebody that you know is being completely two-faced in front of you? Do you think it's better to
On
take
the
the high
show or
road?
in real life?
Both. Both. How would you handle it in both situations?
I think if I was in an industry room where there's people who like respect me and I look up to or respect or whatever, I think I would probably just maybe like smile through it and like try to kill you with kindness, but you're gonna know that I'm not like really being genuinely kind.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or I might just walk away to just, protect my own peace at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But on the show, definitely not. It's not gonna
You
happen.
coming for
You're
him.
gonna get checked like Nike, like chin checked. All right, like, and I'm not.
And
Yeah,
that's
we're not
that's
doing
that.
that.
You standing on that
And if I
100%.
do return this season too, there's gonna be a lot of differences. Like last season, I think they got a little too much of Love and Hip Hop Mariah Lynn, where I was trying to be, copacetic and trying to work things out and be cool with certain people. But this season, I don't care at all. Like if you're
Mm.
in my way, you will be removed from my way. Move,
Literally.
move. Yeah.
Is there someone in particular on the show that just is real cringy to you or really gets under your skin that you've really tried to play the high road and be more, like you were saying, more copacetic and more friendly even though you don't really care for them?
I think that I tried that with Rolly a lot. Like we argued a lot. I don't think people
Mm.
noticed because it was on and off camera. Like before we had that one argument, like we were arguing over my preference of chicken, and I was like, "Well, I like chicken off the bone. Like I like white breast meat. That's just my preference." She was like, "Oh, chicken comes on the bone," and I'm like, "Bitch, well, you mad because you just eat the chicken in the bone." You know what I'm saying? So you can't be mad at me for like I was so lost in Jamaica. I was like, girl, you are mad at me because I didn't eat the chicken on the bone and
Ooh,
I only had the rice
Jesus.
and now I'm saying I'm hungry. And she was like, well, you think you're Beyonce. And I was like, I was so confused. I said, Beyonce probably wouldn't even want chicken on the bone either. I don't know. So it was a lot, and I think that I tried to be like really cool, but
Yeah.
and we don't have no issues now or anything like that, but it's just like, do I fuck with you? Do I trust you? Not as far as I can throw you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to gain that trust back. Show or not, it's still you guys' life that people are looking at. So,
Yeah, and there was a lot of other people that I feel like in moments like nothing was said to them. So it was like, okay, y'all bitches is really picking and choosing who y'all want to try to criticize or come for because y'all not doing that to the girls who's eating bitches up.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is what I've observed. I feel like a lot of people picked on you because they thought that you were small, so you wouldn't be able to do much to them. But
Right.
I feel like you gave them a run for their money. Do you feel like? Do you feel like that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to give them a run every single time until they're out of breath. Every single time because don't let the size fool you. Like I said on the show, don't let this Barbie shit fool you. Don't let it fool you, babe.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let the exterior fool you because there is a lot of strength packed into my 5'1" ass, okay? And trust me when I say like I think a lot of girls kind of like underestimate me as well. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I'm gonna pick on Mariah because I'm gonna beat her up. No, you're gonna get fucking dragged. Like you got the right
Mm-hmm.
one on the wrong day. Cause I'm getting paid to drag you now. Now it's the difference. Now I'm not 20 years old out in the streets fighting with my cousins no more. Like
Mm-hmm.
now I'm getting paid. Now it's 50 per bitch. I'm popping your ass like 50K ahead. Stop playing. I'm getting literally paid to make you bitches stars. As Tasiki would say, you want to be a star, we're gonna make a movie out you.
Period. And that's it.
And we don't want to do that because we're not mean girls. So don't make us be the Hulk and the Tasmanian devil.
But you're like, but don't get it
Like,
twisted though. If you come for me,
right.
right, right.
Yeah. A baddie
Girl,
gonna
I was
always
giving
stand up
girl
for herself.
wigs. I was giving girls clothes. Like, look, and I don't like the. I'm not gonna say no names because I mean I think I said it on the stage anyways. But bitches was doing interviews in my Bel Air jacket. Like, I was, I was trying to be like really like a nice girl, not a mean girl. But now I see that you can't let people take your kindness for weakness. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? It's sad because you want to be a nice girl. Nobody wants to be a mean girl. I think that's
Right.
so ugly.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I
Well,
agree.
Mariah, I'm So glad you tapped in with us
Me
today.
too.
I'm excited. Hopefully, I get to see you on Baddies Caribbean. I feel
Yes,
like you on
and
there.
I'm like,
I'm
no,
ready.
first of all,
And
Mariah, there is something out there that does say you're on it. And I saw Bobby Lights was out here talking about some lady's poom poom, where he was like, I didn't know I was going to be out here turning straight. And I did see something in
oh,
there that said Mariah was coming to the Caribbean. You're in the trailer. Hopping out of a black car. I'm just saying, I saw
I
it.
think I
that
think that
was
might have been
that was
the
me.
auditions, but
That
I
was
can't
you.
wait.
Came out that car cute with a lot of energy. I'm just saying.
Listen, listen.
Stunt
I'm
double,
just
maybe.
saying. And listen, we went from the East to the Caribbean. I am Puerto Rican. I don't know
Hey,
where they're gonna be headed,
Yes.
but if they go into Caribbean and they need to be in Puerto Rico. Okay, let the real Puerto Rican princess stand up.
I like that.
hey, shots.
Yeah, shout out to my Zeus family, and thank y'all for having me. I do. If y'all are in Atlanta, I have a huge collab coming with Hype Hair magazine. Shout out to Leah, the owner. She's one of my very good friends. It's a Hype Hair collaboration with Conair. So this will be a few months down, but I will most certainly make sure that y'all get the invite to come.
You better
And
I'll come through. Come say what's up to you real
yes,
quick. We'll come
Yeah.
you
support.
know,
Yes.
have a little cocktails, heavy on the cock, a little
Or
on the
two, like you
tail,
said,
you
okay,
know.
but you can't just have me coming out, Mariah, and be trying to get me drunk though.
Okay, well, I got black cards to send you home and to secure you, so
Okay.
don't worry.
You mean the
You
black
you
card
with
that
the right set
you
of
didn't hop out of?
no, you're the right set. You're with the right set of baddies. The other
Got you.
ones, they might
Got you,
leave you
boo.
stranded somewhere,
Yeah.
but with me, you.
Well, you the real baddie though, so I get it. I hear you. We'll be there for sure. We'll
Thank
make sure we
you.
come and support anytime you're
I
here in
love
Atlanta.
that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, likewise. So
I
we'll make
love
sure we
seeing
catch up
two
soon.
queens dominating.
We trying
Hey,
out here trying
that's
to
the
do
way
a little
it's supposed
something.
to be. We supposed to uplift each other and dominate shit. That's what you out here doing, and I appreciate you for taking the time out for us. I really do.
Likewise. I appreciate you ladies too. Thank you so much. And make sure y'all tune in for Baddies Caribbean to see if I'm gonna be honored or not. You know what I'm saying?
You
Would it be
know
the
I
same
am.
without me?
We're gonna keep an eye out to see if it's you or not.
Okay,
Right.
my loves. Have a good night.
Thank you,
You
you
too.
too, darling. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.